Hi, this is Zach Greens by Andre, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below or to the side or into the chat. We'll try to get to everything in good time. We got Dilly Dilly on board. Hello, Dilly Dilly. Just a reminder, we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark that down on your calendar, making sure that we get a bunch of questions for the show. Okay, so let's get started. Now, today we're talking about the crypto market rally. The markets are up today, I believe, and they were down yesterday, and they're going to go up again and down, and it just goes up and down like crazy. So, to really, if you're a trader, it'd be really difficult to pinpoint the exact moment when the market's going to go up and down. Even psychically, it's very difficult to tell exactly when a drop off or a rise up is going to happen, because it happens so quickly and it's happened so often, especially in these trying times that of the cryptocurrency market going all over the road like a drunk driver. So basically, we know the end of the book or the end of the movie, that cryptocurrencies are going to win out overall. So just knowing that, all the stuff in between from the beginning of the book to the end of the book doesn't really matter. It's just a bunch of noise, but you can profit from it if you just buy it and sit on it. And this is basically what me and the wife do. We don't try to do these moment by moment trades. Me and the wife know that cryptocurrencies are going to win out overall. Okay, that's the end of the book. Okay, all this stuff in the middle, it's just noise. Okay, but for a lot of people here that do watch this show, they do all that fine trading and stuff like that to make the most out of the cryptocurrency. Selling cryptocurrencies at this moment in time for a little bit of profit for the regular person would be crazy. Okay, you shouldn't be selling your Bitcoin at this moment in time, because of all the things that will be happening very, very soon. Okay, and it's going to be to the point where it's going to be very, very difficult to get your Bitcoin or your Ethereum, especially right now with the 2.0 coming up. You should be holding on to that Ethereum like a white knuckle. So let's just have a quick look at what the market rally is going to be doing for the next little while. I know a lot of us have been looking into the big drop coming up very soon, potentially next week. I know me and Dark, we're looking at his charts. He's an active trader, so he's showing me his charts and everything that's going to be going on and why, and he's a little bit more in depth. So when he's on the live here, you can probably chat with him if he shows up today on more precise information. Okay. So, cryptocurrencies. Ooh, some interesting cards coming up. We'll give this for the next month or two. Okay, so cryptocurrencies are going to be going through a very interesting time, especially with the news media. If you're still listening to the news media, I don't know why you would want to listen to the news media, because they're all lying to you about cryptocurrencies and about just about everything else that they put online or on the television. It's pretty much a lie or a distraction. Okay, like this Trump thing going on. It's more of a distraction. Plus, it's trying to hurt Trump for his next 2024 run. Okay. Oh, he's doing this and that, and don't vote for that guy. That's pretty much what it is, because the left is very afraid of Trump, and they're very afraid of cryptocurrencies moving forward. And this is why we're seeing this last-ditch effort to try to control the narrative, to control your cryptocurrencies. This is why I'm always telling you, do not leave your cryptocurrencies on an exchange, because you never know, because the government or the SEC, the powers that be, can come in there and turn it off, okay, at a whim. This is why I always say, never ever leave your cryptocurrencies on an exchange at this moment in time, or ever, if you don't need to, and put it on at least a hot wallet, like on your phone, okay, where you own the keys, okay? And if you don't know what the keys are those 12 to 25 word random word seed that every wallet would have of anything with the keys. That's your keys, okay? Or a cold storage wallet, okay? And make sure you write those words down. I've known a lot of people who haven't written those words down, and I'll get to it later, and they lose their phone, or something happens to their phone, and their crypto is bye-bye. Okay, I knew a guy who had $100,000 in crypto a couple of years ago. On his phone, he failed to write down the keywords. Okay, something happened to his phone, and now he's out $100,000 in Bitcoin. This was a couple of years ago. Could you imagine how much that is today? That was back in 2017. And he'd probably be about a millionaire right now if he had held on to it. So write down your key, put it in a safe, log it up. Okay? Just don't do what you need to do. First and foremost. So let's have a look at the crypto rally right now. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors with the news media. The health of this movement is going as planned, as we've been saying for quite some time. It's going to have that nice pop up like it has today. It's 31,000. This is the Bitcoin Canadian today, and it might go up to the 32 maybe today. And then in the next week, it's going to drop off a little bit. And then it's going to pop up again after a few weeks. I believe the charts were telling us, just because of the fiat currency system collapsing. Okay. I'm always stressing to protect yourself. Okay. I can't protect you unless you protect yourself. I'm just putting the word out there to keep your cryptocurrencies off of the exchanges and to buy it and sit on it. Most of us here aren't expert traders, so just buy it, sit on it, occupy your mind with something else. That is showing up in the cards today. A lot of smoke and mirrors. People are saying certain things that are not truth. Surprise, surprise. Regarding cryptocurrencies moving forward, money-wise, in the next little while, for some reason, this is the card my eyebrows went up. Is we got the white hats involved in everything right now. That's my card that represents the white hats. And they're trying to control the scenario so that it doesn't fail completely. I don't think it would ever fail completely, but they're trying to shuffle everybody into the cryptocurrencies for the next little while. This is the price. So it's going to be kind of straight for the next month or so, and even go down quite a bit. Well, not quite a little bit. Nothing to worry about. And then it's going to be going back up after a couple of weeks. Probably in the next month, we're going to see a nice rise in cryptocurrencies in general. The people that are involved with this are beside themselves. They're trying to figure out what to do next. This is the other side that doesn't want us to have financial freedom at all. They're trying to figure out how to keep us in the banking system. They might have to do tanks around banks. That could be the new hashtag today. In China, if you have been following that news, they do have tanks, actual tanks around the banks, trying to keep people away from having a bank run, because the Chinese market is about to collapse very, very soon. So that's just telling, being the second largest economy on the planet, just tells me that it's going to be happening here very, very soon. So they got the Trump thing as a distraction at the moment. Don't pay attention to what's happening to the financial thing. Watch this thing that has no substance on nuclear codes and stuff with Trump on his desk. Just a bunch of baloney. Anyway, just buy it, sit on it, get some popcorn, watch the news, because it's a whole lot of fun going to be happening with the news media falling over themselves, trying to keep up with the truths that are coming out about everything going on. Basically, this is what's holding back the cryptocurrencies from exploding, is people's indecision. They haven't gotten to that point where cryptocurrencies are much, much better than the old fiat system, which is about to collapse. And this is what they're trying to keep you from. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Sidecoin. Somebody in my YouTube channel has kept asking about Sidecoin. It's something I haven't done a reading on for quite some time. So let's have a look at that. He's got Horse Soldier. His question keeps disappearing on him again. Technical issues are always fun. So Sidecoin, in the next little while, it seems there's a lot of confusion going on around the Sidecoin. Sidecoin's a little different than many of the other cryptocurrencies. I believe everything was put out there, and there's holders of that cryptocurrency, and because there's no mining in Sidecoin, I believe that's how it works, and they transfer the funds around amongst themselves, and they release coins out to the public at certain periods of time. So there's a lot of confusion with that. There's not much good health for the Sidecoin moving into the next month or year or so. And a lot of people are kind of worried about the price, because everybody's focused on the larger coins at the moment. So it's not giving the attention that other smaller coins need to really grow at this moment in time. So for the next year or so, we're not going to see huge gains with Sidecoin and many of the smaller coins. They're going to be moving up with the regular the Bitcoin price, and especially in this next bull run, it's mostly about the Ethereum price and all the things that are happening around that. So there's not going to be any veering off a lot with different cryptocurrencies moving forward from the Bitcoin price. So when the Bitcoin moves, everything else moves. This is kind of the new altcoin outbreak or breakout, and everybody's waiting with bated breath on what Ethereum is going to be doing in the next little while. And I think people are waiting on that. But as a result of the Ethereum price moving up, you're going to see Bitcoin prices because they do not want to be second best. So you're going to see a whole lot of crazy price ups and downs with the Bitcoin price as well in this time period. Price wise, it's going to be holding steady. It's going to be a coin that's going to be around for ever and ever, basically. And the people that are involved in it are just sitting and waiting and hoping that it's going to go up. With everything else that's going on. So Sidecoin is going to be fine. It's just kind of a little bit stagnant for the next year or so, but it's a good one to sit on and just relax about it. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Theta. I see a lot of people have questions. This is good. It's better than me staring in the camera and saying nothing. Well, I'd figure out something to say, so not to worry. Wife is hard at work behind the scenes, controlling the chat and making sure that people aren't fighting and stuff, which is interesting to watch when you're doing a live and you see it on the side panel. A little distracting, but we'll make it through. Don't worry. So Theta coin for the next month. Overall, it's going to do well. Okay, nothing wrong there. There's going to be a little bit of a drop off. There's some concern with the tower, which is in the financial part. So there's going to be a moment in time for the next month that the coin is going to be going down, probably going down with everything else for the moment. Could be a good buying opportunity. There's always opportunity in chaos, okay? And Theta is going to be around for more than 10 years from now. So it's a good one to get into, not financial advice, of course. But there's going to be a moment in time coming up very, very soon. Don't be afraid. Just buy some more. When people are afraid, be greedy. When people are greedy, be afraid, right? You write that down on a sticky note and put it everywhere so you remember. Okay? Everything else. What else? Yeah, there's going to be some difficulty behind the scenes that's going to be affecting the price coming up very, very soon. And there's going to be a moment in time we got that Two of Swords happening in the money line. Okay, so that just means it could be going one way or the other way. And the card right after that. So this would be like an indecision point in the timeline of Theta. And the next card to that is the Tower. So it just, the decision was made that it's going to go down for whatever reason because of some difficulty behind the scene and maybe some bad news came out, which is going to be affecting the price for the next little while, giving the rest of us a good buying opportunity for everybody. Not financial advice. I got to keep saying that. And the people involved in this are going to be holding steady. But a lot of the newbies are going to be running away, doing those knee-jerk reactions, which you should never, ever do. Okay? Never do knee-jerk reactions. Just buy it, sit on it, drink some coffee. Play with the cats. Do something in the garden. Stop over focusing on certain things. Okay. So let's move on to the next thing.
Poor soldier asks, where can you buy Theta?
At many exchanges.
Google it.
Google it. Probably Coinbase. Binance, I believe you can, or their own website. Okay? Some people forget to Google things. Google most of the time is your friend. Okay? Cardano. Let's have a look at Cardano, everybody's favorite. ADA. For the next little while, for Cardano, it seems that the price is going to be a little lackluster for the moment. Everything that their regulator has been doing is actually affecting the price, because sometimes these people have to learn to be, but sometimes they don't. Even Vitalik is prone to that by saying things that are not beneficial to the whole, and it kind of brings down that price as a result. And there's many times when Vitalik should have just been quiet on something, but he didn't, and he said it, and that it affected the price. So this is what's happening in the Cardano camp, is he's saying things and kind of making a mess of things behind the scenes and in front of the scenes and everywhere else. Once that stops, I think it's going to go back up. There's a little bit of difficulty behind the scenes with the programming and stuff, but that's going to be overcome in no time. The price is going to go up with everything else. We got the sword, the ace of swords. Aces are always yes. So whatever the question was, will the cryptocurrency go up in a major way? It's yes. Okay. People are going to be stop looking at the negative aspects of the things he's been saying and doing and all that sort of thing, and overlook that and just get into the Cardano price or coin anyways. Okay. The people that are involved with this one, they're just working hard in the background, keeping things going. There's been some difficulties again behind the scenes with the programming, and they're holding back. Okay, this is something I was talking to a client of mine, that I believe everybody's holding back updates and doing major system things on their personal or their own crypto, and they're waiting for the Ethereum thing to go up. Once the Ethereum 2.0 goes, and then you're going to see all the other cryptocurrencies doing major things at the same time, riding the coattails of Ethereum. Okay, so in that moment of time, kind of gives us a time span when the cryptocurrencies are all going to go up at the same time, because there's going to be Ethereum craziness. Everybody's going to try to get that Ethereum cryptocurrency in a major way, and all the other cryptocurrencies know at that moment in time, which is coming up very soon. I think they actually gave an exact block time the other day when the Ethereum change is going to happen. Okay. And I bet you any money that Cardano and all the other cryptocurrencies are planning their updates around that moment in time. Okay. So this would be a good time to buy, no matter what the market's doing, with many of your favorite cryptocurrencies, for that moment in time when Ethereum does its thing, and then you're going to see a lot of the prices go up. Okay, just FYI. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. Ooh, we're into the chat. We got a super chat, 5 USD. Thank you. Hey, Andre, could you do a reading on MVG, Mad Viking Games? It's a token under the VeChain umbrella. Looks interesting. Okay. Lots of gaming tokens that are out there at the moment. More and more. I guess that could be the new ETF or whatever the NFT phrase that's kind of dying out a little bit. Still something to get into. Of course, not financial advice. But I think the next big thing is going to be gaming tokens and games. They just got to make ones that are, first, work. There's a lot of shit out there that doesn't work. And be enjoyable to play. So if any of them get that, they will be the king. And those coins will go up considerably. So Mad Viking Games token seems they're holding back. There's a moment in time when they're going to be trying. They're doing all the right things, but there's some things happening behind the scenes that's going to be holding them back health-wise. They're going to be taming that, but it's all the drama that goes between the fixing things behind the scenes and all that is going to be holding back the price majorly for the next little while. So it's going to be giving everybody some good opportunity, not financial advice, of course, to get into that cryptocurrency as they try to fix everything behind the scenes. Trying to get the game to work too. But the people, I think, there's a few people walking away early on the cryptocurrency, or there's a bunch of people that are kind of hung up on if they want to get in or not. But I do believe at the very end, there's going to be a lot of motion within this cryptocurrency moving forward. So maybe buy a little bit. I believe it's going to be going up quite a bit in the next little while. We just got to use that chaos. There's always opportunity in chaos. Okay. So at this moment in time would be a good buying opportunity for everybody. Not financial advice, of course. This is for everything that goes through chaos. That's the time to buy. Okay. And I believe that to be true with this one as well. Okay. Thank you for that question. USDC. Yeah, stable coins right now, I would stay clear of them for the next little while. They're just based off the US currency anyways, most of them. So you're not really gaining much. It's kind of a bridge coin. You take your fiat currency, put it into this, and then actually put it into something good. Okay. But what's happening is the CBDCs that's going to be coming out someday are worse. And this is the central bank digital currency, if you didn't know, are worse or going to be worse than USDC. This is why they're being attacked. Okay? Because they don't want the competition. Of course, everybody and their dog that's in the banking cartel is going to go after these cryptocurrencies. So they're not quite cryptocurrencies in the traditional sense. But yes, a lot of these cryptocurrencies are going to be collapsing in the next little while or taking a huge hit from SEC and all that thing. So if you have any cryptocurrency or money within some of these, it might be a good time to get it out there and put it into that Bitcoin, which is much, much safer. And it's going to get you much more money in the long run. In the trading, if you notice, when Bitcoin goes down, or Litecoin or Ethereum, all that go down, USDCs are green. And when Bitcoin does then you're going to see everybody from the USDC put their money back into the big cryptocurrencies. So it's just a stopover. So not something that you should keep your money in anyways. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Yes, it's going to be attacked like many of the other stable coins. Tijuana right now is on fire. Is this a political stunt? Cartels are out burning the city, and they emitted a curfew for all weekend. News I missed. So many things going on at the moment. I didn't know about the Tijuana thing, especially with that Trump thing going on. Most of the people I watch for the news are talking about that at the moment. So what do we want to know exactly? Yeah, it's a political thing. Always is. Politics ruins everything, as they always say. Let's see if we can get some more insight. It's a way of them trying to regain power over everybody. Anybody who's in power always wants to stay in power at all costs. So this is just a stunt to keep everybody afraid. It's a fear tactic to keep themselves in power, because everybody who doesn't know what the game is going to be turning to the government for protection. Okay? Governments always need you to be afraid of something. Could be monkeys, could be cookies, could be fire, could be flooding. So you have to go to them for security, right? There's a difference between security and freedom. Freedom doesn't have any guarantees of safety, okay? But it's much, much better. If you keep going to the government for help on everything, they will have that control over you, and you will keep going to them for protection, right, from things. And yes, it's a political stunt, and it's a way of getting the masses to ask for help from the government. So yeah, it's a stunt. Okay, thank you for that question. I got another super chat. Thank you. One more, Andre. SHA Safe Haven Cryptocurrency, another VeChain partnered project. Oh, okay. This is the way I find out all about all these other cryptocurrencies. It's by you guys. Have a look at this one. I've never heard of that. Or the cryptocurrency meetings that me and the wife attend. Sometimes they come out. People talk about them. That sort of thing. Because there's so much stuff that comes out. It's never ending. So Safe Haven seems to be fairly safe. Play on the words. It seems that the health of it right now, it's a little shaky at the moment for the beginning of this is for a month. So in the beginning, it's a little shaky. There's some emotional turmoil moving on around it. But in the very end, I think they're going to be making good friends and partnerships in the next little while and bringing them forward. We also, in the money line, we got the Three of Cups, which is partnerships, party time, that sort of thing. And then there's going to be, so basically it's going to go up, everybody's excited, and then it's going to come down a little bit as normal, and people are going to be waiting for the harvest. Okay, it's the guy. He's waiting for all the money to come in. So after that, people are going to be starting to rush into this particular cryptocurrency because it was deemed to be good. Okay, so it's this whole story happening between the beginning of the month to the end of this, well, from now to a month from now. Okay, so it's going to go up like normal. It's going to come down, and then people are going to get into it, and they're going to be waiting for that harvest, and then people are going to realize that it's not so bad, and they're going to be getting into it as well for some reason. The people that are involved in it, I think there's some tomfoolery behind the scenes as well. Could be a little bit of a. I don't think it's a long-term hold. Okay, it's going to be a short term. You can make some pretty good money in the short term. Okay, but overall, I think it's going to be just fine. Okay, thank you for that question. Can you tell me if I sell my house next year? The first thing I'm seeing is there's some repairs that need to be done so it can be up to snuff and getting it ready for getting it sold. Something about a back part of the house that may need repairs. Yeah. There's some things that are going to be coming out of the woodwork about your property where you're going to be, it's going to hang up the process, and they may need to be fixed beforehand. I think after you solve that particular situation, I think it's going to be selling as well as you think. It could be just sprucing up part of the house to make it more palatable to a sell. Okay, but I do believe after you fix the thing in the back of the house, that it will start to sell. Okay, thank you for that. And I hope that helps you. Hoping to sell my ETH before the next drop. Okay. So you're trying to catch that knife before it hits, before it drops. That's tricky. I'm not really that kind of channel. Me, I just buy it and I sit on it. Okay. I don't see any huge drops for Ethereum coming up. Not like the Bitcoin. It might be a small one. So, yeah, Brad Hall goes, sell your ETH? Yikes. I would, of course, it's up to you. I personally wouldn't do that. Okay. Because it'd be really tricky, and the amount of ETH that's on the market right now is sparse. So trying to get back in could be problematic. You could probably sell your ETH no problem because people are buying it up like crazy, but I don't think there's a lot of ETH on the exchanges at the moment. So you may have a lot of trouble getting back in. If you got ETH right now, I would just hold on to that. Okay. Just because. Okay. Don't want you without any ETH when the thing happens. Just buy more and just sit on it would be my suggestion. And that's basically what the cards are saying on the side here. Yeah, just sit on it right now. Don't try to catch a knife before it drops. It never works out well. Okay, thank you, Rosie. Hopefully that helps you out. The Trump raid. Is there a Trump raid? Never heard anything about that on the news. Anyways, we did this a little bit in the last show. A lot of things have transpired. I got to be careful of what I say because of YouTube. They're not gonna find anything. I know that. And it's gonna be harmful to them, the people who initiated the raid in the first place. It's gonna be blowing up in their face. And it's not gonna sit well with the people in general. Part of the people are, it's this scenario. People are kind of pissed off that the FBI didn't find anything. And the other half of people are pissed off that they actually raided Trump, okay, in the first place. So now you got all these two camps that are really pissed off at the FBI for reasons. It's going to be the distraction for the next little while. This is basically what this is. It's more of a distraction, okay, to keep the focus off of what's happening in the banking industry, okay? Two, the second thing that they're trying to do overall is to sully Trump's name for the next election, or try to hurt his 2024 running. Okay. Oh, I don't want to vote for that guy. Look at they raided his house. Blah 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 blah. And they're going to be doing this just like they did with the Russiagate thing back in the day, which they found nothing, and they went through his taxes and they found nothing. And this is going to be another thing where they're not going to find nothing. It's more of a distraction to try to keep Trump out of politics. It's because the other side is so afraid of Trump running in the next year or the next election. So just understand that it's a bunch of smoke and mirrors. And it's a lot of distraction. Look over here. Don't worry about what's happening in the banking industry. Look here. Governments always do this, and news always does this as well. So I think it's going to be something that we're going to be getting tired of very, very quickly because it's in the news cycle over and over and over and over and over again into nauseum. Like the Russia thing, okay? It's a distraction. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Will Saitama reach 0.00008 by the end of next year? Is he getting his questions out now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it.
Yeah, something fixed in the background. Next year, no. It's going to be the following year after that. Okay. I think there's a lot of things that need to happen before that price actually happens in the next little while. It won't be this year. It's going to be the following year. So after the Christmas period. So if you have any of this, I would just sit on it. Like the Ethereum, just sit on it right now. Don't try to play any games unless you're very skilled at trading. Yeah. So it's not going to be this year. It's going to be the following year after the Christmas season. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out, horse soldier. In the future, how will you cash in your silver to buy things? Pretty much like they did in the old days. You just go to a place that it's silver itself will be the money. It won't be transferring your silver into the money. And then there's probably going to be ways of bringing it to the a shop of some sort where they're going to have to have some system of bringing in your silver and getting the goods that you're, because it's really hard to shave off silver for grocery shopping, but for bigger purchases, it'd be just the silver itself to the other person. Society is going to be changing a lot in the next little while, where the silver would be the money. Okay, where you just go down to the store and I got silver. Okay, we'll sell you a bunch of stuff, and then they would have the silver themselves and they would use it. It's like cash is today. Okay. And I think there are places where you can sell your silver and gold and stuff like that. I think we have a coin exchange here in Winnipeg where you can actually bring in your silver and gold and they'll give you the cash value. Okay. Thank you for that. No. Well, for me, I would just do both. Because Cardano is going to be going up as well. If you had missed that little segment I was talking about Cardano in the last little while, it was the third thing I was talking about. Cardano is going to be going up when the Ethereum 2.0 starts to happen. So I would do both. Yeah, me and the wife have both. So just try to find something else to sell and put it into ETH, especially right now. Both of them are going to go up. So how would I play it? I would just get both, personally. Maybe sell things around the house or something and buy some Ethereum if you can. Or if you have enough do half and half Cardano, half ETH from your Cardano. That might be a good situation as well. But both are going to be really good in the next little while. And this is why I'm cautioning people not to sell anything that they don't need to, okay? Or trying to catch that falling knife. It always fails. And trying to get back into the system after the fact, it's probably not going to be a good time for you, okay? So I would do both. That's just me. Okay, thank you for that. When will the C19 restriction eventually disappear? 2024 or 2025? You're probably talking Canadian. Until Trudeau goes by. Here in Canada, it's what his claim to fame and his stupidity. In his stupidity, he thinks that's going to be making people more endearing to him. Because remember what I was saying about the Tijuana? Okay. They need some type of event or fear to make people think that we need Trudeau to protect us from these things. Blah, 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 blah. In Canada, we don't really have anything that's as scary. They're trying to do the monkey stuff, but it's not really doing anything. So they're trying to keep you in fear, so you think you need Trudeau to protect you. The mass majority of people. For me and a small portion of the people, we want Trudeau to go bye-bye. But the majority of people are still afraid, okay? And so they think they need Trudeau. When will it go away? Probably in the 2020. You gotta put up with it for a little longer. Okay, thank you for that question. How do I see Sinverse doing? Another one I haven't heard of. Okay, so Sinverse. Have no idea what the ooh. Not looking too good for this particular cryptocurrency. There's gonna in the health of it, it's gonna go either one way or another. It's actually picked which way it's gonna be going. This is the end of the money line of cards. Everything is not doing well in the beginning, and it's going to be coming to this. This is the death card. It means a great change is about to happen to that cryptocurrency, or some of us psychics and mediums will say, you're going on a long journey, or a journey of some sort. The other side. Or if it's to do with a thing like a cryptocurrency, it means a great change is going to be happening in the cryptocurrency, and it's not positive every time. Okay, and that's happening in the next card. We got the world card, meaning the world is your oyster. It's going to be everywhere. It's upside down right after that, and of course, right after that, we got the Four of Wands, which is physical labor. Of course, this card is to do with celebration, but it's reversed. So might be a short-term trading coin, but I wouldn't keep it. It's not going to be lasting much longer than a year or two. Okay. Sorry. Super Whittle Guy. Here's a fun one. 3 card on the future of online gambling, sports, books, slots, poker, etc. in the US, Canada, and the rest of the world. Which is funny. Our casinos that we have here in Winnipeg, there's actually they've made their own online thing. And I think they're wanting you to go online to do everything instead of coming to the casino, which is weird. But I think the future for gambling is there. But there's always going to be those people that want to do it in person. Smoke-filled bingo halls. I remember back in the day. That sort of thing. Of course, you can't smoke anymore here in public spaces in Canada. But oh, okay. I did more than 3 cards, but that's okay. I got carried away. It's going to be the thing. I think a lot of people are, especially me and the wife, we don't like going anywhere anymore because of reasons. And we're so used to staying at home and doing things online that now, because of the cookie crap going on, where it kind of feels weird going out to a place. Okay? If you understand. where we weren't allowed for quite some time. So you're getting back into the swing of things and getting out there and doing things. And it feels kind of weird. And things have really changed in the venues that you would go to, like a restaurant or a theater or that sort of thing. We went to see Doctor Strange a couple weeks ago or a month ago. We were the only two people in the theater. The wife had to go complain to a manager to actually turn the movie on, because I guess they didn't think that there was anybody in the theater. So why run the show? So, and Doctor Strange, was it the Multiverse of Madness movie, is supposed to be pretty popular. You think there'd be more people there, but we were the only two. We saw Thor, and there was a few more people there.
It was packed.
It was actually packed, but that Doctor Strange is like, anyone else showing? Maybe they're going to be coming at the last minute. I don't know. But things like that are happening still, and this is why I was picking up that theaters may go bye-bye because there's not enough clientele. And I think this is what's going to be happening with casinos online, where us people without the might want to do it online instead of going out there and dealing with some masked crazy person. They're not so bad now, but they were. I had some lady chase me down with a mask. Wear your mask, wear your mask. And just dealing with these crazy people that are maskers and just staying at home where it's a little safer from the general public. But yeah, it's going to be a big thing. It is a big thing now, and it's going to be a big thing in the future. Okay? Just because you don't want to deal with masked crazy people. Okay? Thank you for that question. Scary maskers. Some of them are pretty scary. Will Hotbit get their act together? Depends if they're maskers. No, I'm kidding. Still people driving around in cars with their masks on all by themselves. Anyways.
Instead of the Walking Dead, it's the Walking Mask.
Instead of the Walking Dead, it's the Walking Maskers. Will they get their act together? They will eventually. Getting back to Savage's question here. It looks like they're going to try, but they're not going to have the right mixture of things going on with people and things behind the scenes, their programming and stuff. So I think they're going to have a falling out from everything. So the answer to the question is no. Sorry. Thank you for that question.
Okay, last one.
Last one.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe another one. 3-card reading for Luciana. Luciana? It seems that you're going to be walking away from a situation you're going to be walking away from a situation that's not going to be beneficial to you or anyone around you. And you're going to make the right decision from that. Okay. It's going to be coming up really soon. And there's going to be somebody who's trying to convince you not to, but it's going to be the right decision going forward for yourself. You're going to be finding all the problems with the situation. Okay. And you're going to be finding something else that's much, much better. Okay. But that won't be for a little bit of time. This particular thing is not what it seems to be. It's going to be something else that's going to be much better. That's coming along very, very soon. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question, and hopefully that helps you out.
Hey, that's it.
That's it? Always grateful for everybody coming out. Always makes the show great. Watching my screen, it starts with 2 people and then explodes into 40, which is awesome. We're going to be here tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Central, so make sure you mark that in your calendar. Of course, we're on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central, and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central, so make sure you mark that down on your calendar. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, which I have a couple after this show, make sure you go to secondreadingsbyandre.com, where all the information is there. If you like to keep your cryptocurrencies protected and not on an exchange or PayPal or some third-party thing that's going to do whatever they want to do with their cryptocurrency, remember, when it's on the exchange, it's not your cryptocurrency, it's theirs. So if they do something with it, bye-bye. So in order to protect yourself from that, make sure you go to our website where we have a affiliate link where we make a little bit of money if you buy one on our website for the treasure. Okay, so go look into that seriously. Write down your codes and keep them in a safe. Don't want to be losing $100,000 in crypto in a toilet. Okay, so I guess that's the show for today. I think that's all the announcements. We're good. So, yeah. So until then, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.